fuck, I can't open my mouth when I have this lip kit on because you can just see pink and it doesn't look good. This is gonna take a second. I've never been one for a selfie with the mouth closed. I've never been one for a life with the mouth closed. Take that as you will. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, My Life. Why? Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My life is boring but so is yours. I'm Britton and today I'm going to be telling you guys a story about how I flushed my car key down the toilet as it says in the title. Okay, so let me start off by saying when I told people that I flushed my car key down the toilet, like 90% of people were like, oh my god, how did that happen? And I was like, because it's me. My dad didn't even say how did that happen. He was just like, do you have a spare? My mom just like laughs in my face. Anyone who knows me really well is not surprised by this fact because it is so me for something like this to happen. So a little bit of backstory. I started a new job about 2 weeks ago. Everyone there already thinks I'm an idiot, okay? So then I'm going to the bathroom at work and I have my car key in my pocket and I took it off the keychain so that I could fit it in my pocket. I guess when I'm peeing, my leg, when it's bent, pushes the key up. So when I reach over to flush the toilet, the key literally falls out of my pocket at the exact moment that I'm flushing the toilet and goes down. Then I stick my hand up the toilet, of course, because I'm like, oh, it probably got caught, it's a key. And I am no stranger to putting my hand in a toilet, let me tell you. My friend dropped her ring in the toilet the other day, and she was like, oh my god, I just dropped my ring in the toilet. I was like, I'll get it. And so I just reach in and get her ring out of her pee. And the other day I was brushing my teeth, and I put my toothpaste on the counter, and it fell into the toilet, which is like 2 feet away. I'm like, who are you? So anyways, I reach in the toilet and I get the key and I see if I can get the key and it's not there. Then I go into the break room and I go up to one of the like managers and I'm like, hey, I have a problem. I dropped my key in the toilet. Is there any way we can get it? And he's just like, what? I'm like, yeah, I know. My key flushed up the toilet. And he's like, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm like, okay, great. So I've come to terms with this and it's not really even that big of a deal. The problem is though, that my wallet is in the car, which has my house key, my credit card, my debit card, my ID, my student ID, and my work uniform, mind you. In case they didn't already think I was stupid enough, now they really do. So basically I call my mom, I'm like, Mom, can you send me the key? Because I already lost a key last year. I was in a parking lot and I locked my car. Then I went to go back to my dorm and I realized I didn't have my car key. And so I retraced all my steps and it was nowhere. I mean, it's so stupid. So I call my mom, like, Mom, I need you to send me a spare key. And she's like, we don't have a spare, you already used the spare. I'm like, well, don't you have like the valet key or something? And she's like, yeah. And so she mails that to me, but it doesn't come for 3 days. I'm like, in the meantime, I need a credit card, right? I can't just like, I have no money and no food and whatever. So I go to Wells Fargo to get a credit card and I have my passport, thankfully. So I go in and I'm like, hey, I need a credit card. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, I flushed my key down the toilet. I'm just like so eager to tell the story at this point because it is so stupid. And so I'm like, I flushed my key down the toilet. They're like, okay, we'll set you up with a banker and you can explain your problem to them. I'm like, okay, great. Thanks for the interest. So I go sit down with this banker and I'm like, hey, I need a new credit card. I flushed my key down the toilet and my whole wallet's locked in there. Here's my passport. And she's like, well, we actually need 2 forms of ID. I'm like, well, the other ID is in my wallet, genius. And so this woman, I'm telling her the story and she just looks at me and she goes, I'm sorry, but I am just trying so hard not to laugh at you right now. I'm like, no, go ahead. I mean, it is so dumb. She's like, okay, our manager isn't here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make a call that I'm gonna make you a new credit card because I believe that you are who you say you are. And she's like, but first I need you to verify some purchases that you've made just to make sure that this is you. And I'm like, oh God. So she's like, what's the last thing you bought on your debit card? And I have this moment of realization that I have a problem because I do not even know what is the last thing that I bought on my debit card. So I look at her and I just say, I honestly don't know. Like, I'm just spending my money on stuff that I don't even know that I'm spending it on. And so she's just like, it's okay, I believe that you are who you say you are. And I'm like, okay, great. So I get the credit card and eventually I get my key and I get into my car and all is fine. I mean, if you could sum up my life into one situation, it would be this. This is the most me thing to ever happen, other than when I was 8 and I was in the bathroom in a bar in Denmark with my parents, and I closed the door and I locked it like you do. It was a stall, right? And so then I couldn't get out of the stall. And the stall touched the ground and it was wooden, and so I had to climb on top of the toilet, on top of the toilet paper thing, over the top of the stall, and jump down. I mean, the ceiling is like 11 feet high, and jump down onto the ground. But I mean, basically, I think all of my problems in life start in bathroom stalls. So I guess the moral of the story is that use whatever bathroom you want to use, just don't be stupid and flush your key down the toilet. Okay, and then the other question that I have to myself and whatever higher being I don't believe in, why does my life suck now that I'm happy? I was talking to my dad the other day and I was like, Dad, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life. And then it's like, since then, my days have been having a competition to see which one can be the worst. It's like when it rains, it pours, but it's raining suckiness. Anyways, that's the story. And also, I'm sorry that this video is a day late. I had an assignment due last night that was crazy. It was a 15-page paper. So, next video will be up next Monday. You guys know the deal. If you have any questions, go to my Ask FM, whatever, leave a comment, like this video, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, live your life. I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Okay. Finally out of that character. Oh, hello, lighting.